all you guys. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. Yeah! Fucking oath. It's been amazing. Thanks to each and every one of you. Let's do it. It's going to be the last song of the set.
I'm Angie and I play guitar and sing in the band Azee Mansfield.
So my name is Shay. I play guitar in Azee Mansfield and sometimes pretend to play the synth.
I'm Tim. I'm the guitarist, also known as the noodle chef in Azee Mansfield.
My name's Kelly. I play bass guitar in the Azee Mansfield band.
My name's Luke. I play drums in Azee Mansfield.
I started out playing solo probably 2 years before I enrolled at SAE to study audio engineering. So I was playing just solo gigs around Perth and in Margaret River as well. But then when I started at SAE, I met Luke, Shay and Tim.
So Luke and I started a degree at the same time and we both met each other, and about halfway through our degree we met Tim and Angie. And I just remember having a chat with Angie and she was saying that she had this music released on Spotify. The first track that got me most interested was when Angie showed me her demo for What I'm Told. From the moment I heard that, I was like, yeah, I'm about this. I just had a bit of a vision from the moment I heard it. I could hear all these different ideas of how to evolve it, make this sort of big epic track.
Shay was doing his major project and decided he wanted to make the EP for my solo music. But then once we started kind of getting in the studio, we realised it was quite fun, like all jamming together again. So yeah, we're just like, why don't we just do Azee Mansfield Band Edition? And then yeah, just kind of kept growing from there.
It just started off as a three-piece with Angie, Luke and myself, and we kind of did gigs as just a three-piece for a while. And then we started bringing Tim in for more jams and stuff, and we started really gelling with his workflow and his ideas that he was bringing to the table. Just expanded the sound beyond what three people are capable of.
I came into the band relatively early on, so just when they got started kind of recording the EP. I do mostly lead breaks and then kind of interstitial sort of rhythmic bits or arpeggios and stuff in between.
And eventually we met Kelly and we brought him on board as well, and that's just kind of furthered our sound as well. I've managed to step away from the bass and pick up a guitar.
So around September, October, I heard there was talks of me maybe joining the band. And then Tim came to me, asked if I wanted to come along to a jam. I thought, yeah, why not? Originally, I think they wanted me on drums, but then I rocked up and they put me on the bass guitar, and so I thought, okay, here we go.
Our sound, I think, has kind of changed over time. It was initially kind of a shoegaze project, so we were trying to create layers of guitars.
Like a dream pop, 90s shoegazy kind of vibe.
I have a reverb, like shimmer pedal, so that's pretty much on every track, and I love it, and I probably overuse it, but it's a big component of the sound. When Tim came on board, it brought another whole sound. It was a bit more like rock.
So we've got like quite a layered guitar sound. So I'd say my layer's a lot to do with like more grunginess and warmth in guitar and more kind of like rocky influence. So
now that we're a five-piece, it's kind of shifting and developing a little bit, but we're definitely still going for that dreamy, spacey kind of aesthetic.
process of actually recording the EP was pretty much this long days at SAE in the recording studio.
We'd spend like 10, 12 hours in a day in the studio, sometimes multiple days in a row.
Just till we're all delirious, trying to record and make up parts.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be...
Like I remember one time we just decided we'd stop trying to make the EP that day because we were all just completely out of our minds. And then we just thought we'd make something as weird as we could. And I'm sure the file's still somewhere, but just stuff like that was really fun.
Sorry, that's really lovely, Azee. That's good. Sorry, I just went losing it.
I mean, we got caught up on like some like very specific parts of the EP as well. Like there's this tiny little vocal harmony in Cigarettes in Poison. I don't know, how long did we spend doing that? Hours? Maybe, like on this one tiny thing that happens for maybe 2 seconds in the track. And it was just like, we're not leaving until we get this right. So, you know, we're pretty specific with the way we wanted to get things to sound.
I reckon you should open with that little vocal hook you do towards the end there.
Oh yeah?
I reckon you should open the song with that. Would that be too weird?
No, let's try it.
We did have a bit of a hiccup with COVID.
When COVID hit, we had to finish recording some of it kind of in our own houses.
There was some vocals recorded at home that Angie did in a cupboard, I think.
So I just put the mic in the cupboard, had all my clothes around, and then kind of tried to shut the door.
To get like all the dreamy vocals and stuff, that's a lot of Angie's doing actually. There's a lot of dense sort of harmonies and all these like weird effects, and that's all Angie just recording really weird loops at her place and then sending it through me, trying to make it all work with all these cool reverbs and stuff like that.
I don't really think about it when I'm recording. I just press record and then sing whatever comes out, and they're not really words, it's just sounds, and then I just manipulate them. But I was really happy that some of the original samples made it into the EP.
Each track probably went through 10 to 20 mixes each. By the time I arrived at one, I was happy with. It's great having the ability to do all of the production mixing in-house. It's really good to see a project from its initial creation, just like Angie's raw recordings of her just playing just with her guitar and her vocals, and then seeing it all the way through to like the final mix.
So yeah, it was very much like a DIY EP, but it's really nice because it means we all know every single little bit of sound that went into it and how it got there. So I think it kind of makes it very personal and authentic.
Gigging is by far my favourite thing to do as a band. I love the feeling of getting up on stage, almost brings out a different personality in me. The EP gig was electric. We just had a really great turnout, packed out the venue pretty much, so that was good. And it was really nice to see so many friends and family coming down as well.
Yeah, that EP launch was wicked. I enjoyed the hell out of that. It's a smallish room, but like we had it packed out. That was a surreal feeling, just like seeing that crowd.
The gig was sick, so much fun. It was just like awesome just to sort of look up from a guitar and you see all these people watching you like, shit, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah, they're here watching us.
And yeah, people were really like getting down to the music in that as well. I think that's the most gratifying part of the whole experience for me.
It's just really nice to go through it with other people as well. So instead of rocking up to a gig on your own and trying to figure everything out, you've got like 4 other people there to support you and help you with things, and you all just kind of help each other through it. And even being on stage, it's just really fun sharing those moments with people too.
For me, creating music is an obsession, it's an addiction. Having been through some pretty tough times in life and having music to fall back on through that has been invaluable. Had it not been for the ability and the opportunity to kind of express and kind of let go of what I was feeling through that medium of music, I would have gone down a very deep, dark hole that, you know, probably wouldn't have been able to get out of, so.
For me, making music definitely is a form of therapy. A lot of that EP came from times that were hard, and I would find a lot of comfort in writing and getting it all out.
But it is incredibly cathartic and therapeutic to be able to play music, especially with like such talented people. It's really good just to have that release.
Music is definitely an outlet for me, because the thing with music is you release it and it's a very vulnerable thing to do. You put it out there and each piece of music is like a piece of yourself. It's the same with any art that any artist creates, you know. All art is inherently personal. So you put that out there, and if people are critical of it or whatever, it's a bit of a blow, but you really get to work through what you're feeling as you're creating the music.
It has helped me immensely to be with this group of humans making the music that we make and the adventures and opportunities that we get.
Playing in Azee Mansfield has definitely helped me for sure. You know, it's improved my confidence on stage for sure. It gave me something to work towards and look forward to and like feel like I was actually doing something.
Being part of Azee has not only allowed me to sort of exercise my sort of technical skills and like learn how to mix and produce and all those sort of aspects, but you know, I've also made some, you know, really good friends, which I really enjoy playing music with.
Everyone in the band is older than me. I'm the baby, and I was the eldest in my family growing up, so now it feels like I've got these like older siblings that I never had, so it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's really special, I guess, and I feel like everyone in the band, we've almost become a bit of a family, like going through all of this together and creating music together. It's yeah, it feels really special.